Hello, I just completed a mini album for some pictures of my cat, and I made it using little mini albums by Cosmo Cricket, as well as the papers from Basic Gray, Max and Whiskers. And I titled it J'habite chez mon chat, which can be translated as I live at my cat's place, because you know how when you own a cat, you're suddenly not the master in your own house anymore. So that's my case anyway. My cat is the queen and there's nothing I can do about it. So I put a keyhole and a key here on my cover, which I painted using the Tim Holtz crackle paint in the copper color, and I went on top of it with black ink for it to get in the cracks for an old effect. And this flower is part of the collection, and everything is falling apart because it's a fat mini, and I'll try putting it on its back when I'm showing it because I can't do that with it standing up. So here's a flower that was part of the collection. The middle was like a yellow circle and I didn't really like it, so I ripped it off and I put a brad in the middle. And here I had some black bling that I thought that looked like a cat's tail. So moving on to the first page. Oops. Okay. Okay, so this first page, I made some thing here on which I can write about my cat, the name, the age, and things like that. And I can also put a little picture here. It's like the introduction page for my little cat. I have some pom-pom trims because we know cats like to play with pom-poms and with wool and things like that. This here is a brad. It's like a velvety brad I got in my dollar store a couple of years ago. And again, some black bling on the page. This is also some embellishments I got my dollar store, and each cat is holding a letter, and I thought they are so cute, and I should have bought a couple of packs of them because now I've used them and I don't have them anymore and they don't exist anymore at the store. But anyway, I glued only the bottom part of them so I can slide the picture behind them, and it's so cute because it looks like the cats are looking at the picture. I like it so much. And so around the page I stamped this image of paws and I glossy accented it. And this next page I created a little booklet to be able to write some facts about my cat. I have a little tiny page in the middle. This is actually a spellbinder shape that I just folded in half and I stamped inside of it and I distressed the edge. And here's the same stamp that I embossed, and I put a little black brad for a doorknob. And why a doorknob on a booklet? I don't know, but I guess I'm crazy like that. Here's a string of wool. And this bucket here I made out of Tim Holtz packaging. And here I just punched a little cat from the paper. I circled it with bling. I put some polka dot ribbon here. This is actually cut in half. You can see the whole ribbon here. And this one I have added some flat back pearls in the middle. But this trim was given to me by Pink Scrapper 99 as a thank you gift for being the first order on our new online store. So I'm not a fan of polka dot ribbons. Well, I must say I was not a fan of polka dot ribbons, but since she gave this to me and I tried it in this mini album, I fell in love with it. Really, I really like it, to the point of I used everything she gave me in this mini album. I put it everywhere. So thanks, Carlene, I really like it. And here I have a cat. This is a sticker that I put on dimensionals. I added glossy accents on top of it, And I have a little crown here. Of course, since the theme of my mini is my cat is my queen in the house, I had to have cats with crowns. So this one I painted in black, and I added some rubber buff on top of it, as well as some blings here. And this around the little silver beads you see are micro beads with no holes that I got in my dollar store. I bought them because of the little tiny bottles. I really like them. I thought I could use them as charms later on, but I didn't know what I would do with the beads. But I really like the bottles, so I bought them. But I decided to try them here in this mini album. I just put glossy accents. I poured the beads on top of it and they glued there, and they are not going anywhere. They're really stuck there. So I kind of like how it turned out. I don't know if I will use more on another project, but who knows. Here I did the same thing around this photo mat. Again, the same stamp here makes it look like the cat that's here kind of walked his way to come around the page. Glossy accented some parts of this image that I cut from one of the papers. On this page I've created a mini envelope, and I didn't know how to close it, so I ended up putting my envelope on dimensionals to be able to slag a tag behind it, on which I attached this heart I cut out of chipboard and covered with some of the paper. So the heart is on dimensionals, and when I slide it behind the envelope, it keeps the envelope shut. And I have a journaling spot here, and here I can either write or put a small picture. There's another journaling spot here that was part of the sticker sheet, but I put it on cardstock to make it non-sticky. And with one hand, this is kind of hard. So here's the journaling spot. And on this envelope, I tried to stamp, but it didn't turn out very well because my envelope was already on my page, and so since it was not a flat surface, it ended up not being a good image. So I just took the sticker and I stuck it on it to hide my boo-boo, and turned out okay. On this page, I have a place to slide a photo behind here, and this is actually Spellbinder's shape that I cut, and I cut it in half to be able to have this design here for a frame. And I cut this from one of the papers, again this beautiful trim from Colleen. Here I have a little photo mat that I edged with some Robin Buff. I cut that from one of the page for a little pocket, put a little glossy accents on it, another black bling that looks like a cat's tail. Here I really wanted to create a paw. Okay, so I drew a paw and I colored these parts, not colored, but I painted them with the Tim Holtz crackle paint in the copper color, and I went on top of it with Robin Buff in the gold, and I went on top of it with glossy accents to make it all puffy. And I really like how it turned out. I really love my paw. And on the back I have embossed a little journaling spot, and there's a little tag here with the same stamp embossed in the copper color, and another journaling spot here. And I stamped a couple of times this image that comes from the stamp set from this collection. And guess what? More of this ribbon. And this pocket was made with the same Tim Holtz packaging. This here is a chipboard sticker that I have for a couple of years, way before I've had this paper collection, and I found it in my stash when I was working on this album, and I was like, oh yay, this matches the paper perfectly. So I was happy. I decided to put it there. And to hide the glue that was under the pocket here, I just glued some of the same wool on top of it. On this page, I have another cat with a crown, and I embossed the crown using Lindy Stem Gang two-toned embossing powder. I put some stickles on the collar, and I glossy accented the eyes. Here I have a little journaling spot. I made a little pocket for it, and I just used one of my scraps to frame the journaling spot. Here on the last page I have two full mats that I etched with the same copper crackle paint from Tim Holtz. And this is another chipboard sticker that comes from the dollar store, more of the pom-pom trim. And this is the back of the album. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I really hope you liked it, and I will post more soon. Thanks. Bye.